It's Monday, everybody. If you are watching this, you survived another Sunday without football. You did it, dog. Kudos to you, my friend. As a reward, we're just going to start this episode off with my mock draft 3.0, the NFL 2022 NFL draft. So that means episode 278 of 400 Sportstalk starts now. Here is mock draft 3.0. Today, I will give you the first round along with other scores and stuff like that. We're going to start. I got a little couple minutes on each guy. We'll start really quickly. Number one to the Jacksonville Jaguars, I have Evan Neal, offensive tackle for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Before I had the two edge rushers up there. My first draft, I think I had Aiden Hutchinson first, kid out of Michigan. Kayvon Thibodeau followed right after him. Edge rusher does it all for Oregon. This draft is looking different. Done a lot of work, studied, just asked people from different angles about what they feel about this. And Evan Neal was the consensus pick. Got him going to the Jags at number one. Number two, Aiden Hutchinson, the edge rusher, DE. I call him defensive end because I'm old school. From Michigan, he's going to stay in the home state and play for the Detroit Lions. It's an important piece. You guys got an important piece last year in Penei Sewell, and you still sunk it up. Maybe this year, not so much. Number three, Akeem Ikwonu, offensive tackle from NC State, going to the Houston Texans. Number four, Kayvon Thibodeau for the Oregon Ducks. Edge rusher going to the Jets. It's going to help out Robert Saleh a whole lot. Number five, Charles Cross, offensive tackle for Mississippi State, going to the Giants. It's a smart pick here. Try to improve that offensive line that's kind of got some guys on it that can play. Number six, Kenny Pickett, quarterback from Pitt, going to the Carolina Panthers. Number seven, Travon Walker, defensive end, coming from Georgia, going to the Giants. Giants picked again. Wow. Number eight, Ahmad Sauce Gardner, corner for Cincinnati, going to the Atlanta Falcons. Couple facts about him. Ahmad Gardner didn't allow more than 13 yards to any wide receiver in a game this season. He didn't allow a single touchdown catch in his entire collegiate career. Let that sink in. Number nine, George Karlaftis, DE from Purdue, going to the Denver Broncos. Number 10, Trent McDuffie, corner from Washington, going to the Jets from Seattle. Number 11, Malik Lewis is selected by the Washington Commanders, for the quarterback from Liberty. Garrett Wilson, wideout, Ohio State, going to the Minnesota Vikings. Number 12. Number 13, Devin Lloyd, linebacker out of Utah, going to the Cleveland Browns. That's a great pick for the Browns here. Keep continuing to get better on defense. Jermaine Johnson, DE, Florida State, going to Baltimore. Baltimore needs an edge rusher like tomorrow. They have Tyus Bowers, but he's injury prone, so to speak. So shoring up that edge spot on the left side would definitely do good. And Jermaine Johnson can play on the right side as well. Number 15, Derek Stingley Jr., corner from LSU, Philly from Miami. This is another pick for the Eagles. Definitely get that secondary. And I think, honestly, what they should do with the rest of the picks for the first round, offensive line, defensive line, and then this pick here, secondary. And it will really help this team out. Shout out to Coach Waddy and his Philadelphia Eagles. Number 16, the Eagles again, Nakobe Dean, linebacker from Georgia. I know the Eagles have been off drafting decent defenders in the first round, except for Fletcher Cox and Montez Sweat. But Nakobe Dean, hands down, is the best linebacker in this draft. Definitely a Devin White clone. And I mean that in every good sense of the term. Number 17, Kyler Gordon, corner from Washington. Very tight, lengthy guy. He's going to be a nice piece added to the Chargers here at 17. Number 18, Chris Olave, wideout for Ohio State, going to the New Orleans Saints. Might be without Michael Thomas. You never know. Tyler Linderbaum, center from Iowa, falls to the Eagles here at number 19. Number 20, I have the Steelers taking Dennis Ritter, quarterback from Cincinnati. The Bearcats were awesome. Dennis Ritter, as a starter, was 45-4 over his career. Plenty of experience. He just needs to work on accuracy and being consistent with that. Number 21, Trevor Penning, offensive tackle of the University of Northern Iowa, going to the Patriots. Trevor Penning is a fucking character, and Bill Belichick is going to love him. And I think Mac Jones is going to love what he can do up front. Jordan Davis, D tackle out of Georgia, going to the Las Vegas Raiders at 22. Number 23, Devontae Wyatt, the 2 tackle, next to Jordan Davis for Georgia. He slides at number 23. Number 24 is Zion Johnson, guard center for Boston College. He's going to go to Dallas. Dallas is going to need a piece on that offensive line because I think they're not going to resign a certain somebody. Zach Free. What do I have? Number 25, Andrew Booth Jr., Clemson, Buffalo. Not many holes here on this Buffalo team. And I think you go get the corner on a secondary that's already behind one of the best linebacking cores in the game. Is definitely going to benefit from Andrew Booth's services. Number 26, Jameson Williams from Alabama, going to Tennessee. Yeah, he tore his ACL, but he'll be ready for day one. Number 27, another wideout going, Treylon Burks from Arkansas, going to the Bucks. He had a great year this year. So did that entire Arkansas team. David Ojabo, DE linebacker out of Michigan, going to Green Bay. Again, we sit here and pluck from the Harbaugh tree as we took Rashawn Gary. And at first he was slow. But damn, did you see the way he's panned out and the star he's been for our defense? Number 29, Drake London out of USC, the star wideout, going to the Dolphins from San Francisco. Number 30, Kingsley Anagbre, DE linebacker out of South Carolina, going to the Chiefs. Chiefs need another piece on that defensive line, and why not add Kingsley right here at pick number 30. Kenyon Green, offensive line from Texas A&M, going to the Cincinnati Bengals. This guy can literally play any position along the line. It's going to be interesting to see where Cincy pairs him up with the likes of Jackson Carman and the rest of that offensive line, who's starting to get better. Number 32, the last guy for the first round, is quarterback Carson Strong from Nevada, going to the Detroit Lions from LA. And that's the end of round 1. Tune in for episode 279 tomorrow, and I will give you round 2 of my mock draft. Wow, we still got like 32 more picks. Anyway, NBA, Philly over the Knicks, 125 to 109. Utah over Phoenix, 118 to 114. Indy over Boston, 128-107. Detroit over Charlotte in extras, 127 to 126. Clippers over the Rockets, 99-98. Dallas over Golden State, 107-101. Denver over Portland, 124 to 92. And New Orleans over the Lakers, 123 to 95. College basketball in the men's, number 21 UConn over Georgetown, 86-77. Number 14 Houston beats SMU, 75-61. Number 15 Illinois over Michigan at the end at 93-85. And Maryland upsets Ohio State, 75-71. And that's it for college basketball on the men's side. Let's move on to hockey, and then we'll finish the show with college basketball on the women's. Carolina over Edmonton, 2-1. Dallas over Buffalo, 4-2. St. Louis blanks Chicago, 4-0. Winnipeg over Arizona, 5-3. Pittsburgh over the Blue Jackets, 3-2. Vancouver smokes the Rangers, 5-2. The Islanders blank the Ducks, and that was 4-0. And San Jose over Seattle, 3-1. College basketball for the women's now, as hockey is done. And don't forget, I got this in my sports. Missouri upsets number 15 Florida, 78-73. Louisville over Notre Dame, 86-64. Georgia Tech over Wake Forest, 64-56. Georgia over Texas A&M, 67-58. South Carolina over Ole Miss, 71-58. LSU over Tennessee, 57-54. UConn over Providence, 88-31. Ouch. Providence really thought that was good. Ohio State over Michigan State, 61-55. Iowa over Michigan, 104-80. UNC over Duke, 74-64. And NC State takes care of Virginia Tech, 68-66. Western Mass, we got boys hockey, 2 games. King Philip over Weymouth, 7-2, and that's the State Division 1 preliminary round. Littleton over South Hadley, 7-2, and that's Division 4. And this is episode 278 of 4 Sportstalk. Raheem Escalade. Tune in for tomorrow's episode. I have the second round of my mock draft scores. Western Mass. We're going to preview potentially the basketball tournament. So
make sure we turn in.
Love you all. Wishing you nothing but health, wealth, and success. Hug your loved ones and have a good day. Yeah, stop recording. Sorry.